Hi, it's Hazy and welcome to my channel. Yesterday I made this with you and today I'm going to do the rest of it. Okay, so this is the cover, so if it's not very pretty, you might like it actually. I love it. Now it's time to put in the signatures. Right then, what is a signature? A signature is the pieces of paper that you sew into your journal. Da-da. Da. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. Please press the notification bell with your crafty fingers. And please share my video. Thank you so much. Signatures, right? Okay, I've shown you just a couple of different types of journal. There's not that many I've got with me. But there's a notebook journal. Just a little notebook. Remember why you started. So with this journal I've sewn it in with ribbon. I can leave that. I can probably undo that. I don't think I've actually glued that, so I could probably undo that. But that's got three signatures, 3 pamphlet stitch. So this is the whole signature of the whole book. It's probably basically this bit, and that's the cover. Okay, and there's a different one. This is I don't know whether this is called a floating spine, but it might be. I've got actually and this is really heavy, and the reason that it's not broken or anything like that is because I've used have I used that? I think that's just duct tape for the spine. It's not even this. I've got book tape there, which I showed you yesterday, and the the really floppy book tape that I don't really like, that I actually used for this journal in there. And I used duct tape on paper. Hopefully you can see that. Duct tape on paper, and look, that's held. It's so strong, and it's got 6 heavy signatures in there, and they're really close together. That's just I'd call that a notebook journal, because I'm just making, it's just one for making notes. That's upside down. I've even got some, oh, that one's fallen off, but I've got some of those on it as well, so you can find I don't think I've got any empty spaces in this. Oh, there's some. See, it's got probably 1/4 of an inch between each signature, and it's on that, so you can't see it on there. But that's not what we're doing today, though. We're doing a different type. We're doing the most basic type. This is another one I've done. I recently done this one. This is another notebook type journal. I've decided to try, never done that before, putting elastic. I mean, it looks a bit of a mess. I think I should have done it inside, but I've never done this one type before. I'm not too keen on it either. Although what you can do with these is actually remove the pages. But I'm not keen because it just flops about. I'm not keen. It flops back to in place, but, and the good thing about it, as I say, you can move the pages backwards and forwards. You can put the pages in, put another page, take one page out, put another page in, things like that. So there's a very pretty one. Look, very pretty. Same as the ones I'm doing for my, same sort of paper I'm using for the 500 subscriber books there, and also some of the ones inside as well. That's for the 500 subscribers as well, some of that. Okay, but the one I'm using today, then, that's made, did I tell you about the signatures in this one? I didn't tell you about the signatures in this one, did I? I've again got 6 signatures in that one. I've put eyelets in each end, put elastic through, and just threaded the signature through the elastic, and I've got 2 per eyelet. So that's what I've done there. So I could show you how to do that one if you wanted me to. I don't mind at all. I love making journals. My favourite part about making journals is I love making the covers. I love making these. This is the trickiest part, but it's necessary if you want to get paper in it. And I'm going to sew the paper in. I'm going to show you how to do the 3 pamphlet stitch, I'm going to show tell you a few things as well. Right, if you're making a journal, what papers do you use? You can use what on earth papers you like. You could use something, say if you're gonna, this is just a piece of paper, you could even use something like that if you're gonna thinking about covering it up, because that would actually sew into the journal. We could sew that bit into the journal like that, and if you wanted to do that, you could use something like that. You could use pieces of paper like this. You could use a small, look at the size of that. You can use small paper like that and put that in as well. I could do that with this because I'm going to tear some of the pages anyway. So I'm going to use that as a torn paper journal. So I'm going to tear the paper and afterwards, and just, you could put book pages in. You could do things like that. You could put book pages. I don't know about that bit, but I suppose if you really wanted to, you could put it in like that. Like that, if you really, really wanted to. It's entirely up to you. You could put anything. You can put material in. You could put pieces of card in. You could fold that up and put that in as well. Anything, pieces of 12 by 12 paper. You can put envelopes in as well. I mean, that's one thing I've never made on video yet, but I thought it was quite nice. But you could put that and you can sew that into your journal. You don't have to sew them. You can even sew your signatures in afterwards, but I would say at this stage I would try and make one. If I go straight in my fingers. And so, oh yeah, we've been marbling. Marbling again today, and it's really greasy and it really gets everywhere. And the grandkids, yes, grandkids, they came round again. Plague of locusts. So we had them twice. I've had them twice this week. Oh, we've had 6 today. I think we had 6 grandkids today. 3 the other day. Plague of locusts. One of the mums is pregnant who came round, and wow, it's like they all eat you out of house and home. I think we had some snacks today. Oh no, we didn't have 3. So we only had 5, because one of the ones went to their dad. Because I've got, you know how it is, different partners and all that. Anyway, so signatures will fit in here. I'm going to do them evenly spaced. Right, what else can I tell you about this? I might be able to tell you some more things that I haven't told you yet. Let's have a look on my list. Yeah, okay, so I've got some other things to tell you. Okay, I say, why is it okay to ask questions? Do not be afraid to ask questions at all. Please don't be afraid to ask questions. Never be afraid to ask any questions, because somebody else might want to know that question, the answer to your question. Look at me, I didn't put that. Oh, it slips back. I'm gonna say I left that out, but look, there it goes. It slips back in. So don't ever be afraid to ask questions. I was also asking questions at a job I was at once, and this boss said to me, "Why are you always asking these questions?" I thought, duh, I need to know these things. Yeah, I had to, you know, make sure it was correct and everything. You don't obviously with junk journaling, we say there's no rules, but the main thing that we do advise is you have to have some sort of fabric. Even duct tape is made from fabric as well, so that sort of thing. Or you can have an actual fabric. I would say glue an actual fabric strip, because that's cheaper than book tape anyway. So you could put actual fabric and make the whole journal from fabric, cover the cover with fabric, anything like that. Do what on earth you like. It's entirely up to you. So you can make what you like. I mean, this is a no rules journal. Look at this. Well, that's upside down to me because that's the actual way, because I'm having that at the front. My neat bit goes at the front. So that's my neat bit. I'm going to try and remember which is the top. How do I remember which is the top? I'm going to put something on it, so I know which is the top. because if I don't, I'm going to put this on it. Try and remember which is the top, because I sometimes turn it, you turn it which way, you turn it upside down, you put it this way, and you forget which one's the top. Okay. I was watching a video the other day where a lady put the, I'll show you in a minute. Getting ahead of myself. Hold on. Right. I think what she did was she sewed the signature. No, what did she do? She made the holes, and then she sewed this, and then she clipped it. No, I don't know. I think I would be inclined to do it first. I would be inclined to clip your pages first. It is a bit. Right, let's have a look. I've got theirs. I could have let's see if we got these should keep holding it, but I want some bigger ones. I've only got some little ones left in there because obviously my bigger ones have gone. Hold on, there's one. There's a one of them. Oh, and there's another one of them. Okay, so what I do is personally keep these signatures in place. All the paper. Oh, first of all, didn't show you that bit. But these signatures are like, I mean, I've got them all, the papers are all the same size, but as you know, you can have what paper you can like, because you've just got to make sure that the holes, which will be in the middle, will go at least through one of your pieces of paper or envelope or whatever on earth else you want to use. A piece of fabric, anything like that. It can be all through that. Now, I wanted to make this one because it's got marbling papers. We did some of these the other day. I've done that jelly press. I love that. That's not actually jelly press, that's the roller I've used to clean the roller when I've been doing jelly press. And I think that's one of the marblings one of the grandkids did the other day. Oh yes, it's Kaya's, the one that didn't come today, that's gone to her dad's. She did that one, and on the other side that's one of mine that I did ages ago, and that's from let's get it right, the Crafty Coven give us that as a free paper on their group, Crafty Coven with Lou Warsall, and she gave us that yesterday, and I printed it out and I forgot it was on there. So on the other side I've got Eli's marbling on the other side. So there we go. So that's from the Crafty Coven, if you'd like to have a look at their group, because like me, she gives away some papers on the group, and that's just for people that's on the group, and I'm on the group, so I get papers. I thought, oh, I print them out straight away. Oh, papers, I print it out, yay. So that's fun. Right, okay, so first of all, I'm going to, well, you fold all your papers. I did them ready. So what you do is fold your papers. You can fold them all individually if you like, because that might be easier, because that's what I did do. Actually, I don't do that anymore. I used to fold them individually. You can even use one of those things. It's called a scoreboard. Yeah, scoreboard. So you can use this, even use a scoreboard. And in the UK, they go like on the one. These A4 sheets go on the one next to the middle, next to number 6, next to 6 inch. You could score. But in America, it's even easier. They go on the 5.5 inch. If it's this size paper, you can use what size paper you like, obviously. Right. So obviously, when you get these papers, you have those little extra bits there, and you can neaten those up by, now I'm going to put these papers together so they don't move, so I want my papers together, and oh dear, no, I didn't manage to get that one. So make sure you get all your papers. See it jump out? It jumped out and told me that you didn't get me. So I'm going to make sure that paper is in there by going like that. Yes. Right, and also I'll tell you what I do as well is push my fingers in like this, so we're all in. So make sure that's got a really nice crisp edge there, and push it. Hold on, we better take that off first. We'll take that off, just be on the safe side. make sure we've got everything in from there all the way down there. Make sure we're in. It doesn't really matter anyway, because we're going to decorate the pages in whatever way you like, or well, you can leave it like that if you like, obviously, but I've got an idea. I've got ideas, I have. Okay, and I'm going to put the other one on the other side like this. That should keep them. Okay, hopefully I've cut that out. I was waiting about 5 seconds to sneeze then, but obviously hopefully I've cut it out. Anyway, you can't leave that there actually, can you? Just realised you'd have to put it at the bottom, out the way. So you'd put that there, somewhere like there, just to keep the papers in place, and make sure we've got nice. And get a metal ruler if possible. I'm trying not to. I'm going to go against an edge like that. So I'm going to make sure we're going to go, hopefully get that top page, that first page, really in on there. And I've only got this little knife. I keep telling you that. This little knife, as I say, I've only got that one. And what you do is gently, you push against the metal. And hold on. I don't even know where we are. Right, so hopefully, yeah, push your fingers down in it. Decided to cut some off straight away. And then you go slide in, slide in, slide in. And when you feel it's when you've finished, you can feel the rubber. Can't feel it yet. It's going to be about 10 times I'm going to have to do that. I can tell. Can't tidy up until I've finished. And it's going to go onto the floor. I know it. Hoo-hoo. There we go. I'm glad you can't see my t-shirt, it's full of dog hair. Oops. Oh, hold on, I think we're on. I think we're just about, are we just about finished? I think. Yeah. Just thinking if you can see, but sometimes you can see the sleeves in my clothes, and if you can, I haven't got dog hair all over my t-shirt. Right, so I'll put that in the recycling bin. There we go. Oh, not very brilliant, but hey, we're not. We're only human, as I say. Anyway, I'm not too worried about it anyway, am I? Because I might tear some of the pages. But I do like to see it like that, like nice and crisp against the edge like that. So I'm going to do it with the other one as well. So again, I've got 15 pages I've got in this. Never told you that, did I? Look, that's white. God, I don't think it's even in the middle. Right. So that's white. That's what one of the kids dipped it in. Can you see that? One of the kids dipped I think, no, you're putting it in too deep. So they pulled it out, but that's so pretty. I thought I'd use that. That was yesterday, not yesterday, Tuesday we did that one. Not sure, I think it might have been Eli, little Eli. He's 5. I think we did that with Eli. Right, don't forget then to clip your pages together, make sure they're as even as you can. I think 15 pages is quite a lot to try and get even, but I'm doing my best. Oh no. Right, so okay, and at the moment now, it's funny at the moment because I'm up to 600 subscribers, and well, not 600 yet. Because I'll tell you why, because I keep losing one or two, like one or two a day, but then again quite a few, and so I've come up to like, is it 597 or 599, and then I lost one. It's quite funny. I mean, when I got to, is it 80 subscribers, suddenly I lost 8, and I don't know why. And I panicked. I thought, no, I'm losing 8. I'm losing 8 subscribers in one day. And I'd gained, like, I was gaining like 1 a day at the time. So it's weird. Usually when to put a new video up, because I think people perhaps don't like to think, oh no, not her again. It's her, quick. We'll have to leave this lady. We don't know, never watched her videos. Don't know who she is. I think they have to watch my videos, surely. They would have liked it, surely. Yeah, I don't know though. Obviously I don't know. I don't know why they leave. I just, things like that go through my head. So I'm thinking, why are they leaving me? Why are they leaving me? Don't leave me. And also I don't understand why people don't show how many subscribers they have. That puts me off joining them, so I don't join people who don't show how many subscribers they have. Do this last bit here. Right, there we go. Right, so hopefully that's done. Okay. I don't know. I just wonder why people don't. I know it's not. I don't know if that's. I don't know. You could perhaps tell me why. Why people don't show how many subscribers. I don't know why they would do that. Because that's sort of like, I don't know. It's very alien. I don't know. It's entirely up to that person, I suppose. But I just get put off not joining them because they don't show how many subscribers they have. I know it's very strange. Anyway, that's the signatures done, and I've got them all nice and done. Right, so I've got to decide now which one I'm going to put in the front and which one I'm going to put in the back. But first of all, shall we have that one at the front? Hold on, that's the top, isn't it? These are the top, so I know that's the top. I might put that one first. I'm going to really make it patterned, and if I want to put any journaling spots, I might have to put some lined paper or something, or plain paper on some of these. I love doing things like that, so I'm going to have a lot of fun. I don't know whether you want me to show. Oh, I haven't got my journal. Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to show my journal. Might show my trick on the table. Right, so this is the sort of thing I've done it on video recently. Now that's the right way around, but I'll just show you in case you haven't seen it. This is the sort of thing I want to do with it. That's so simple to do. It's sort of like go that sort of thing, and then you've got journaling places on here. But what I've got is, there's my pockets. Look, if you haven't seen my pockets, you need to see my pocket. Look, no, look, new style pockets. But I've used ribbon on those instead of eyelets. Not eyelets, the other ones. I've used eyelets, yes, but I'm talking about jump rings. And these as well, I absolutely love those. I think that should be darker, but it's probably easy to write on. I think that'd be great. Yeah, I love seeing stuff like this when you've got writing. And I've got inspiring words down there. And there's journaling spots there, journaling spots there. And then I'm going to do some more of these. I absolutely adore them. So easy to do as well. Use punches and things to cut out shapes. Or just cut out jagged shapes, things like that. Oh, I didn't bring the other. I've got another. Oh, no. Oh, have I got it? Wait a minute. I might have. Oh, I have. It's here. I thought it was in here somewhere. Right, so I've made a heart out of flowers, and then I was going to put some little words. I've seen this in a thing. Somebody's put little a phrase there. Stay there, Nico. A phrase there with card. It looks so nice. Edge that, and you've got that. So if you want to journal in there, you could put journaling paper and stick that in, or stick something else in, like a picture or anything. So that's just a couple of ideas. You might absolutely hate that, but you might want vintage, which is fine, because I don't think, oh, a bit of, I've done, this is Hodgepodge journal, so I've got vintage in here as well. So there you go, that's my 1920s section. Ignore that, because I'm going to change that. That's my nan. She's available in my group, my Facebook group, Hazy Crazy Arts, as a digital, and it works. Right, so now what we're going to do is measure, and I've got a, oh that's grey, I've got white. I've got a white, so I'm using white paper because white paper, that's white paper. Look, I'm using white paper to do the, using white pen even, or I could use that green one even as well. I might need both. Sometimes I do. So I'm going to find out where the middle of this is. I'm going to put you don't have to do it in the middle, you can do it to one side if you don't know which is the top. For example, the first time I ever did it, that's 8 3/4. Half of 8 3/4 will be something like there. 4 3/8. Is that right? Yeah, that's 32ths. 4 3/8. 3/8, is that right? Oh, I don't know. It's this one anyway. I think it is. Whatever that is. And that's very approximate. It doesn't have to be exact at all. You can make the middle one where you like. But I'm doing it in the middle. There-ish. Okay, just checking just making sure I'm using the same thing. So now I'm going to draw a line across. You will see this, but obviously if you don't want to see it, just draw it as big as you need to. Right then, so I would say make your line about 1.5 down, 1.5 inches, or that's about, what's that, about 4 inch, I think it's about 4 centimeters down from the top. Sometimes if you don't know where the top is, you can make that a bit shorter. You can make it as long as short as you like. You can make it down there or make it up here, because then you know which one the top is. That's the first time I ever did it, I think, like that. Oh, I can do 4 centimeters or 1.5 inches. But I'm doing it, I normally do, if I'm doing something like this, the 5 pamphlet stitch, but I'm showing you the 3 because that's it. But if you could do the 3, you can do the 5. All you got to do is a bit more weaving. Probably did 5. I probably did 5 on the one I've just showed you, actually. Did I? I can't remember. I think I was going to make that on video, but didn't. Yeah, that's got 5. That's a 5 pamphlet stitch. So I've got 5 holes. There's 4. So it's just basically putting your needle in the middle, going to the next one, going to the next one, coming back, but missing the middle out, and going to that one, coming to that one, and coming back to that one. It's very, very easy. Right, so because I'm doing 2 signatures, I'll need to make sure I know which is the middle. I don't even know how big this spine is because I didn't measure it. Oh, it's about 1.5. Oh, it's actually about 1.5 inches. But so I'm going to make one about here. No, there with that. Or should I? Yeah, I'm going to make one with that. So I've got plenty of room. I'm going to make my marks because I've got 1.5 inches. I know those 2 are going to be in the middle. The 1/2 inch and the 1 inch. I'm not actually too I'm not actually too worried about. Just make sure it's because loads of people's I don't even know if that's exactly straight. Let's have a look. Is that exactly straight? No, that's not exactly straight. It's all perfectly fine. No, look, it's not even. That goes up. So don't worry about it. If you've got something like that, it still works. So you don't have to be do it perfectly. Right, so I've got to make sure. Oh, is that the 2 marks? I thought I'd done it on. Should do it on this really. So I'm going to do one there and one there. I'm making sure I can't see my knees because often I bang the table and then suddenly you can see my knees, or bare legs as it was one day when I was wearing some shorts. I was wearing a pair of shorts and there we go. You can see my knees, legs. Okay, so that's about. And so now I'm going to join those up. So where they join up, that's going to be the holes. And I've got 15 pages in each signature, as I said, and that is a lot. That is thin paper though. That is 80 GSM paper. Not sure what it is in pounds. I know it's over 20. So just that next one over 20, I think it will be. Right, I've got to find. I'm looking for now my. Oh yeah, I've just had it. It's here. My little bag with all my stuff in. Yeah. Oh, my little bag with all my things in. Right, hopefully. Right, there's something else I needed to tell you. What else was it? Oh yeah. And so why it's okay to ask questions, I've already mentioned that. But why is it okay to not follow any rules? Okay, so you've got your own mind, and you may come across things that people have never done before if you let yourself go and do what you want. It is your journal, it's your idea. You don't have to follow what anybody else does. If you think somebody was asking, is it all right to decorate coffee papers? That's great. They've asked a question. That's brilliant. And I ask a question. People say, of course, it's got no rules. And I can't remember what I wrote now. Something really encouraging anyway, hopefully, to say, and it's okay to ask questions as well, to make sure that because you can feel such an idiot when people say, oh, it's, you don't have to, what are you talking about? We don't follow rules. Well, it's okay to ask questions. So don't be afraid to ask any questions at all if you want to know something. But people will encourage you. Very, very encouraging on the Facebook groups. If you're on the Facebook groups, if you haven't joined a Facebook group, very, very encouraging. Everybody's, and they're not allowed to be any other anyway, because they will get kicked off. Any such trouble. They are not allowed to be on the Facebook groups. Okay. Oh, and wow, making mistakes now. A lady did it earlier. She says earlier, I thought this is brilliant. I don't know what she did. I can't remember now, but she made a mistake and she discovered something new. Now, this is what happens when you make mistakes. So if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Put it down. If you don't want to carry on, put it down. Pick it up a few days later. Have another look at it. But sometimes straight away you can see what you've done and what you can do about it. It's amazing stuff. Right then, I'm going to do this because I've never used this before. I keep forgetting to, oh there it is, there's my better one. Keep forgetting to bring my cork board down, but I have some kettle packaging. Kettle packaging, yeah. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing it onto my mat, I'm going to put the kettle packaging underneath, and they're going to stab the kettle packaging instead. Right, the first thing I ever bought, the first tool I ever bought was this. I got so excited I had to buy that to make the holes in, because I know I was going to make journals, and I know I was going to make them from scratch, and I bought that because, and I'm glad I did. It's the best thing I bought, just making holes into things like this. But I'm going to do it the awl way. That's an awl, or a pokey tool as people call it. A pokey tool, poke it, because you poke it into your journals. You go like this, yeah, like that. You go, you go, and in like that, nicely. See, it goes through the kettle packaging as well, lovely. And this one as well, kettle packaging. You're very good, doing me good. Okay, so poke that into there. Actually, that's very good. I do enjoy doing this, and it's funny. You can say to yourself, right then, who's done me harm today? Yeah, I can think about that. So that's done you harm. So you put your poker tool through the harm. That's done the harm. Okay, you can just you don't have to imagine these things, but if you've got anything to take out, you can take it out. Oh, here we go. Right, and the lady did say the other, I did think she was quite good, because she said poke it through the other way to make sure you've got a nice hole, and make sure you don't put your fingers in the way, because those are quite sharp. Yeah. Okay. So this is where your thread's going to be. Now thread can be they say waxy thread's good because you can't push your needle through the fibres, which I think is pretty good, because I haven't got any waxy thread. I usually use embroidery thread. I'll have to get some waxy thread. So I'll have to get some of that someday. Okay, so that's now got 6 holes in it. Where I'm going to make the 6 holes. I'm going to make 6 holes in those, 3 in one and 3 in the other. Right, I need this. So what am I doing? I need to put it away. Don't put it away yet. Stay there. Right, so what you do is get these. Move the awl out the way, because it's trying to get in on the act again. I'm not finished with that though. Right, so okay, that needs to be in the middle, so I'm trying to make sure there's a little bit of a gap there, and a little bit of a gap there as well. Okay, I'm going to put that there, and then that one on top. Exactly. Pretty sure that's the way. I've got this upside down, remember that. So I'm going to try and use, shall we use the green? I'm using the green one now. Keep touching the light with my hair. So I don't know if I'm going to lean in and, right, so this is where I'm going to put a little dot on that. In fact, I probably would be better off doing it like this, I think. But I'm going to have to lean in a bit. I don't know if you can see my hair, probably. Yeah, you could. Right, so there we go. And then, hold on, I've got to do it again, sorry. And that one, it's got green on it, I know. And right, so we're going to put a little dot there. And, sorry about that. And there as well. I might actually be able to cut that out, I don't know. So if I wonder what on earth I'm talking about. Right, there we go, that's there, look. That one there. And then we come along and put one there as well. So we know exactly where we're going. With our awl. Okay, so you've got your, oh dear, I've got 2 marks on that one. Right, the correct one is that one there, because that one's in line with that. Right, so I'm going to do that one first, so don't forget which one it is. Right, to do this, I would do, straighten it out. Right, you've got a nice, oh, bone foldery. We need a bone foldery thing, don't we? Yeah, I've got a small bone folder. Right, a good idea is get your bone folder and give it a good crease down there. Should have done this before really, but we're doing it now and it's all in place anyway. Give it a good bone foldery thing, and then what you would do then is go to the middle, really give it a, make sure it's all neat, and fold it the other way. So we're now folding into that, into your crease, folding into your crease. So hopefully that crease will be now in the middle of there, and also be in the middle of here. This is theoretically. Okay, so then you're going to put your, you're going to get your kettle kettle package. Well, I'm going to get my kettle package, and I'm going to put a hole through there, and theoretically it should be in the middle of that crease. If you put your awl or whatever you use in the middle of the crease. Oh, I tell you what somebody else did. Now this is quite good. Now if you've got a smaller amount of paper, what she did was, that's not too bad, but it will work, so we're not bothering about that. Right, she had a small amount of paper, and she had something like, oh yeah, this will do. This, something like this will do, like to demonstrate. Like, this is my book pages. She put it in there like that. Okay, to put, can you see that? Can't see if you don't know if you can see that, but she put it in between there, and she punched a hole like that, but I don't know if that would work with that. This is too thick. This is much too much paper there. So if you've got less than 50, I think she had 8 sheets actually. I think she was making a small journal. Anyway, as we were, right, I'm going to put that in the middle there. So I've got my kettle packaging, and I've found my little green hole, which is there. You see that? Put down there. The green packaging there. So I'm putting my on the in between where that crease is. So if I've not got the mark on the crease, but I have. But if I haven't, make sure it's in. Make sure you can catch it between the crease. So that means you should be able to put it onto that crease there. So I'm going to poke the hole in there, in between where the crease is. Hopefully, theoretically, it should come through to the other crease. Let's see if it has. Not too bad. It's not too bad. It's, I mean, that's going to work absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, and this one as well. So this one's more, and that one's got to be slightly more to this way because the crease is here. I'm going to push that in as well. Going to fold it. Yay, let's do it perfectly. Well, it is good, it's fine. So I've now got 3 holes in my paper. Okay. And I'm trying not to knock over the glue, but knocked over the glue. Right, okay, we're going to get a bone folder, aren't we? Because we should have done this before, really. Now, that's what you should do before you actually cut it as well. Before you slice the sides off, if that's what you're going to do. You don't have to slice the sides off. It's perfectly fine. It's up to you, dears. You don't have to do that at all. Right, let's put that there. You notice I'm working on this. Well, you don't have to work on that at all. Now I've got to find my I don't know where my green markers is. I think that's one. Oh, I tell you what some people do. They use a template. So you could actually, when you've done this, you can draw that out onto a piece of paper and use that as a template and use it for this. So use one of those and then use it as template like this. Now I'm not sure where we are. I can't see my. Oh, I think that is one. Yeah. See, it's because it's green. And I'm going to turn this upside down, inside out even. Upside down, inside out. There we go. I'm sure there's a song there somewhere. Right, okay, and no, I cannot find my, oh, is that's the green, that must be one there. Is that one enough? No. Right, you know when you do this, just use a different colour pen to what you've got. Wait a minute, I'm gonna do it with this one. I'm sure that's correct. I'm sure that's that one there. And if you've got coloured paper like me, yeah, you've got to be careful. That is the one, yeah, but it's not in the... This is a good example of what I was talking about earlier, actually. You know, when I was talking about, I don't think this is quite on that groove. I think this one's a better example of what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about... Let's get our kettle package. Okay. Oh, there, look. Right. So that isn't... Oh, actually, that's not too bad, that one. Let me see if I can get it into... I'm trying to get that into the... So that needs to be very slightly towards that way, where the groove is, but in line with that little mark there. So I'm going to shove my... Spike it. I'm going to spike it in. This has got 15 pages in. Look how easy that does. Try not to spike that. Look, this is why you should have that. I'm spiking my thing, right? Okay, now now is that there or there? Because I can see that. I think that's that one. Right. Hopefully that's that one. If not, we'll have to make... I don't think it matters. You'd have to put washi... If you do make a mistake like that, you're not entirely sure what it is, I would put a bit of washi tape on the paper, stick it down with glue, and that should mend that hole. You do it on each paper if you really want to. Right, so I'm trying to get that into that groove to mend the paper, but to mend, if you're mending the... If you've done one of these and have used paper, don't use paper in the first place, because fabric is the way to go, because that will not allow the thingy to break, the spine to break. Okay, right, so there's my little pen mark, I can see that, and my groove, and it's got to be, although the pen mark's this side, the groove's here. So I'm putting it in the groove. So get into the groove like Madonna. There we go. And there we go. And that's done that perfectly. Yep, that's absolute. Look at that. Perfectly on the lines there. So that's how you get them on the lines if you didn't know. I don't know if everybody, I don't know how obvious it is. But that's what you do. Right, so what the say is, you sew your last signature in first. So the signature that's going to go at the back, the sew in first. I know it's strange, but that's what you do. So that one's going to go there. One seems a bit low, doesn't it? Did I? Oh no, that's the top. That's why. Do you know what? That's why. Look, that's why you needed to put that at the top. Is that right? Hold on a minute. Now I've got inside out, haven't I? That's why. Yeah, make sure you've got your signature around the right way again. That's a very good point. So I'm going to sew that signature into this bit there. So that second one there. Now, I've got to find all my pieces and bits and pieces. Now, what colour? I would say green. Oh, I've got, but I've now got purple. That's probably from there. It doesn't matter because my journal is any colour. I would say that colour, wouldn't you? That's beautiful. Look at that colour. That's going to be a perfect colour. And I've no need to go hunting. Yay. And I need a needle. Right. Doesn't matter about that. Right, this must be the one with plenty of needles in it. I've got another one somewhere and only about 4 needles left. Oh, a big tall man with a large eye. There he is. Right, so you would need is, now they say 2.5 or 3. Right, so let's start again. That's 1, 2, 3, and that's a good 3. Okay, and then we're going to go and then just double it up, or how many signatures you're doing. Okay, so I'm just doing 2 signatures, so I need 2 of those. Okay, and I've got a nice big eye on my needle. All the better to see you with, my dear. Okay. Oh yeah, all the better for me to see that. That's good. Right, okay. So what you do is, now I was going to show you something, but I've not got them here, have I? I did have. Now, I was going to show you, but I can show you with something else instead. I've just noticed. Right, so I'm going to put that through there. And, oops. Right, okay, we're going through there. Right. Can use something to stop it going through. Let's find this little tiny one. Let's see if this will work. I'm not sure. But I've got some clips, some sewing clips upstairs. But I'm going to clip that on the end. You can do that. Then you won't lose your end. So if you are using a slightly smaller piece, I mean, you can use up to 2.5 less. You can do it like that. You put that through there. Right, there should be a hole there. Yeah, there is. Push it through, dears. Now you can put, if you want to be uniform, you can go to the, look, that thing's coming through. Right, so the next one up is this one, and that's the top one. Ignore that piece of whatever that is, and put it through that top thing there. It's a lot better when you've got one of those eyelet maker ones. Right, so I've not done these for ages, these 3 ones. Right, so that one goes from here, can we see that, all the way down to the bottom like this. Whoops, hold on, I don't know what you've got to hold on to, but please hold on. Right, so we've got to find a hole. It's not easy finding a hole. Right, okay, so that one goes through that hole there. Okay, that hole there, like that. Right, give it a good, oh look, it's purple. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Purple and green apparently go nice together according to my daughter and my brother. So, right, so when you're doing your embroidery thread, you have to be careful you don't split the thread, because then it won't pull properly. It's quite close together, so I'm hoping I don't. So I'm trying to put it in this side of the, so have I done it? Have I split it? No, it's fine. I've just, it has split itself. So let's go and get that into the, look, that's probably a good idea to do that actually, because it has pulled it through. Because I haven't got the, I'm not using my big machine there. Right, so I've got to get that through that, and I've got to get that through there as well, and without splitting the thread. Have I not split the thread? Have I split? No, I haven't split the thread. Fine. Right, okay. Well, this is very difficult because I'm not used to it. I'm used to having all the big holes with the, wait a minute. That's better now. See, now I could pull that through. Right, so you grab that and make sure you can easily fold that way. Easily, look, easily. Make sure it's also in those holes. You haven't come over here as well. Otherwise you've got to start again. Right, okay, and that's that way. And make sure you can easily, there as well. So that should be about right. Okay, so what you've got to do now, dears, look, I've got one shorter and one longer. So I know I'm going to tie one knot one way, swap over and tie the knot the other way, because I'm going to tie the longer one leads, now the short one's going to lead again. Okay, you can tie that into a bow if you like this. Well, hold on, yes, like that, like exactly like that. And then tie it into another knot like that, or you can cut them off as they are and glue it perhaps. Okay, right, so that is now upside down, as I know, because they're at the top. Okay, now I can remove these because we're sewn in. Yay! And I'm going to put this one in now with my other piece of thread that is over there, that I thankfully know exactly where it is. So I'm going to thread this into this lace big eye, and I'm going to, yes, I'm going to do that again. I think that's a good idea, especially when you're doing it using the awl, or you've got one of those little sewing clips that I have got upstairs. So this is the middle. Look at that beautiful design there. Yeah, so I've got poking through. That's it. You do that through the middle again, in the middle there, in the middle here. Going to the top. You don't have to go to the top, but I'm going to the top. You can go down if you like. You can do what you like, but if you want to do it in a certain way, to remember, go to the top. Go to the top. Go to the top of the class, like this. Where's the hole? Oh, it's there. There it is. So we're going through the hole. Okay. Can you see that? I'm going through the hole. And then what do you do? Can you remember? Yes. Can you remember what you do now? You go all the way to the bottom, missing out that middle hole and making that line that's going to be useful later. Because that's how you're going to tie it up. Right, is that the hole? Yeah, there's the hole. It's hard to see it. Right, so I've got the hole there, and I'm going to go through that bit there, see? Through that bit there, look. Through it. Make sure that's got plenty of stuff there to come out. And then, perhaps that's a very good idea to have about 3, not 2.5. And then we're going to go through that last bit. And we're nearly finished, yeah. That's going through that nicely. But then it's the hard bit where you've got to make sure you don't catch the threads and... Right, so what I'm doing is, again, trying to make sure I come this side, that's going that way, so I'm trying to make sure I go that side of it, so I don't catch the threads. No, I haven't, yeah. Right, again, that side of it. Yeah, and make sure you've took that over there. There we go. I didn't plan that very well, did I? Look, because hopefully you can see that okay on there. Right, was it either side? So I've got to make sure that is either side of that, because if you don't tie it on the same side, the knot's going to slip through that little hole. If not now, eventually. Right, and make sure you keep hold of, to make that nice and tight. Make sure you can fold these in like that. Okay. Oh, I'm not even getting hold of the... Right. So I've got one short one and long one again, as usual. So just make sure it's tight, but not too tight, it's going to rip the paper. And down. And you swap over and wrap the longer thread around. And then swap over again and swap the shorter thread around. There we go, and you can do a little bow, as I said. Yeah. If you can do it like this, it's a bit fiddly there, and like this, okay. Okay, so that's this. Right then, let me see. Where are my scissors? Oh, here they are. I know there's hundreds and hundreds of videos like this, but the ones I came across did not tell you about the things I've been telling you about today, such as the fabric. The one that came up, I saw, it came up and it showed you. So that's the top. That's the top, dear. Remember that. That's the top with this new purple stuff on it. Right, okay, that's made it to the... Oh, it's got it on the back as well, so perhaps... I don't know if it's part of it then. Oh, it's part of it. Oh, I thought I got it off there. No, it's part of it. Look, it's exactly the same. Yeah. So there we go. So we've got plenty of room in there. If you wanted to make loads and loads and loads of designs and that, look at all that room. So I've got 30 pages, 30 sides. So that's 30, that's 60, that's 120 sides in there now for me to mess about on. That's what I want to do. I'm going to mess about. I'm going to make some torn pages and I'm going to fix some cardboardy bits on, just like in this one. Ooh, I love it. So I'm going to do things like this. Now I showed you, and I should have put that up by now, how easy that is to do if you wanted to do something like that. I've done exactly the same thing there, but slightly different. Same idea. Slightly different approach. I wanted, that should have been probably down there a bit further, but hey. So I showed you how to do that if you want to have a go at that. And also these pockets, my famous pocket. Hopefully they'll become famous one day. My pockets. Look how amazing they are. They're amazing, aren't they? They are amazing. And then I've done all these in. I've done that in a video. I've done something like that in a video, but that I think I've done some of these in a video as well earlier on, and I've done those. Yay, with a little hidden spot. Oh yes, I've got a video coming out, and these actually hold a secret as well, and it shows you in the video their little secret. Okay, so I hope you liked my content today. I don't know what that is, but please subscribe to my channel. Plus I'm playing the piano. Anyway, and what else am I saying to you? Please give me a thumbs up. Please press the notification bell with your crafty fingers. And please share my video. I didn't mean to knock the camera, but share my video. Thank you so much. And goodbye.